What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about what's going on with the market very, very briefly. I'm also going to talk about some interesting price action, why this relates to day trading, then give you guys some lessons from my personal life about trading. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And then don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very soon. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15. Anyways, when it comes to the market, the last week has been pretty insane. If you look at the way the market has been moving, there were days where, and this all happened within the same week, where the market was on a bit of a downtrend, where we saw this thing just kind of like at this high. It came down on Friday, then we got this nice gap up on Monday, then came back down again going into Tuesday. Then we saw a nice bounce on Tuesday, consolidation or breakout thanks to Jerome Powell for more all-time highs. And then from there, going into Thursday, we popped and dropped. Going into Friday, we saw another pop and drop. Like we were very, very choppy at the same time, very tight. My point in saying all of this is that the market could be all over the place. Some days it could be bullish, other days it could be bearish. Sometimes it's choppy. It is a wild, wild market full of manipulation, just designed to get as many people to lose money as possible. So, with the market being this crazy, I want to make it very clear that your mind is going to have to be clear. Your mind has to be strong if you want to be able to trade in a market like this or trading in general, right? And to build that fortitude, you have to figure out what is setting you back. I want to make that as clear as possible. And I personally think that who you surround yourself with is also going to have a big effect on you. And I'll give you guys some examples in my personal life about what I learned from that quote. But let me just say that in my personal life, and the way that I became more consistent with trading is like this. I basically had to really overcome some very big obstacles. One of them is I have, or at least I grew up having insomnia. So I would barely sleep at night. Sometimes I would have to go with 1 to 3 hours of sleep per night. It was insane growing up like that. And it was very difficult, especially considering that the stock market, at least for me, living on the west coast of the US, it opens at 6:30 a.m. So it could be very difficult. I sometimes even have nights where I sleep for only 1 hour. Sometimes I don't even sleep. Sometimes it happens, but it's very rare these days. But the way I overcame that was I just started to practice different things that could help me sleep a lot more, from just really putting my phone away, really relaxing my mind, just learning to control my mind in ways I haven't been able to do before. And then on top of that, I ended up just developing different practices such as uh, being more disciplined. And I think that that's going to be a big part of our lives. So I noticed that I do tend to sleep a lot better when I do a lot of exercise. If I do a lot of exercise for a day, take a nice shower, then get ready for bed, that tends to help a lot. And in order to do that, I have to be able to go to the gym a lot more often, or I have to be able to go out for a run or do something that's very, very active. And that requires discipline. It requires not just motivation, which is not going to take you very far, but discipline. So everything kind of relates to trading, right? Getting your lifestyle together. And I have, friends and family, amazing people. Sometimes they want me to just stay up late, do things with them. And I have to make the sacrifice of, having to go to bed early so that I can prepare myself to try to sleep as much as I can so I'm ready for the next trading day. And it's something that's a part of discipline. It's something that a lot of people don't want to hear. Going to sleep early, trying to read before bed, clearing your mind, it requires discipline and sacrifice. So that's going to be a big part of it. Now, for me to achieve that, there's also another big factor, and that is what kind of lifestyle I try to like maintain, and also who I surround myself with. And I think that's a very, very important lesson. And I want you guys to know something that's very deep about that. So, personally, I want to make it very clear that I can't really speak for anyone with 100% certainty and in a very like comprehensive manner, right? I can't tell you everything about your life. We all have different perspectives on each other and others out there. But what I can tell you from my experience is that there are some lessons I believe could still relate to most of you, and that is trust is not something that is just given freely. It has to be earned. I'm a very, very big believer in that. And I also believe that it's very important to not be in denial a lot of the time if things do go wrong. So, how do you build a trust in someone? The answer is you have to see them earn it from you. That's the most important way to build trust in someone. You don't just gift it out too freely. I mean, you could have some trust in them here and there when you first meet them, right? To the point where you can, have a conversation, do anything like that. But you can't have 100% trust in someone the day you meet them. Always remember that. Even if you know someone for years and years, maybe you have a lot of trust in them, you know that they're a great person, but do you 100% trust them in every single situation? It's very easy to say yes, you want to. And maybe for the most part, it's a good decision to put your trust in someone because you want to be a good friend. But you also have to be open minded to the possibility that, you know, to really, really know who a person is. And I'm a big believer in this, especially if you want to get married or do anything like that. You have to experience life with that person. You have to experience life with your friend to really know how much you could trust them. That's a very, very important lesson that I've learned throughout my life. I do have trust in others, of course, but to really build trust, right? To know who I trust the most, what builds that is what I experienced with them. Because you could know someone for a decade, your entire life. You could have all this trust in them, but if there's a very bad situation, if they're surrounded by like a not so good person that influences them to do something bad and they end up falling for it, it could still happen, right? Something could still happen, and things could happen that others that happen that make you lose some trust in others. So it's going to happen in life, and you have to learn to really let go of people that end up losing your trust. And if things don't work out in a relationship or something, you have to be able to let go, move on. Don't let the past define you, and always keep your head forward. So for trust, yes, I have trust in others to some extent. Yes, if even from a first impression, you can learn a lot about someone, but I wouldn't say I fully trust a person, at least the majority of people I know, until I like really get to know them, until I really get to talk to them, until I really get to experience life with them, in my personal opinion. That's the way I see it. And it was very hard for me to say this because there's a lot of people I've known since I was a baby, and I have to say with certainty that I can't 110% trust them with everything, right? Sometimes it happens. No matter how much you love a person, sometimes that has to be the case. So the lesson I want to say is that the reason why it's important to surround yourself with the right people, especially when you're trading, is because you're trusting those people to be good influences on you. You're trusting those people to be there for you in case something goes wrong in your life. You're trusting those people to, do something very, very important and to really motivate you, to be there for you, because sometimes when life happens, they may be the ones that you end up going to, right? And they also influence you, the way you think, your mindset, and things like that. I believe it's very important to surround yourself with great people, but you want to surround yourself with people that you trust. At least that relates to most people, and that's going to be a very important part of trading. So excuse me, if I surrounded myself with bad people who influence me to like drink on a Thursday night, for example, that's going to really negatively affect me because one, I won't sleep as well. And then two, that's going to lead me to not trading as well. Do you guys see how everything kind of overlaps? But if I'm with these people that I gain trust in, and I tell them that, hey, this Thursday I have to sleep at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry guys, I can't stay up till midnight with you. I can't watch this movie with you, for example. A real friend will understand, and they will gain the trust that you need, and then they could be a good influence on you if they're very supportive. That's what I'm kind of trying to get at. That's just one simple example. This relates to so many deeper layers, so many other levels. So in life, things are overlapped in your life. You have to remember this. Your friends overlap with your relationships, which overlap with the way you feel, your mood, and all of this overlaps with your day trading and your success. So to get your mind cleared up, to be able to do what's necessary to be able to trade and make money in these markets, you got to clear that mind. To clear that mind, what do you have to do? Identify what's setting you back, whether it's insomnia, whether it's, some personal issues. And to alleviate those things, what does it take? You need to surround yourself with the right people. You have to build discipline. Those are very, very important factors. But that's the reason why I'm talking about trust, because when you surround yourself with the right people, the trust you build is something that, once again, it's not necessarily just gifted, it has to be earned. Okay, you have to be able to know that, in a certain situation, if you're not there, you have to be able to trust that your friend, your family, your brothers and sisters will do the right thing, do something that you want them to do, for example. Right, so that's like kind of one way that I see it. I want to make that very, very clear. And it could be very heartbreaking to learn things like this when you really believe in someone and they don't always come out there for you. Just remember that you can't always change others. You can't always be the one that saves the day, but you can be a good influence and you can always be a good friend, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father. You can do so much better for someone else, but always know that the control we have over others is limited, but the control we have over ourselves is much, much, much more comprehensive and much more full. So to day trade, remember this, guys. Everything is overlapped. Everything overlaps from the way you keep your room to what's holding you back in life, to the people you surround yourself with, to what you experience on a daily basis, right? What your life experience is. Are you stressed out all the time? Are you just like so annoyed of life? Are you waking up feeling fulfilled, feeling motivated? How much do you enjoy trading? Are you interested in learning about this every day? Or are you just like doing this on the side, only hoping to make money? You have to be able to set all of that together. And just remember, all of this relates to one another. And one thing that's very important would be who you surround yourself with. To really get the right people, you have to learn to build trust and understand the concept of trusting someone. And always remember that when you try to build trust, it could be difficult sometimes. Sometimes you have to go through heartbreaks. Sometimes you have to experience very hard things to really learn what it means to trust someone and to make responsible decisions. So it's not what you want to hear. I know for a lot of people, a lot of people don't want to be too disciplined. A lot of people do not want to be sleeping at 10 o'clock p.m., for example, or kind of limiting how much fun that they have on a daily basis. A lot of people don't want to hear that. But I believe that for a lot of people, that is key to success in day trading, and that will make everything worth it. Now, when making a lot of money, you can spend it, you can have fun, of course. I'm not against any of that, but you have to limit that fun and have a very good balance in your life. You can't be having you can't be drinking every single day, partying way too much to the point where it really makes it difficult to concentrate. Always remember that you have to have that balance. And to build that balance, everything is related, everything overlaps in your life. And who you surround yourself with is a very, very key component to your success. Okay. So always remember, you want to surround yourself with high quality people. You want to surround yourself with people who try to better you. And you want to surround yourself with the right people. There's a quote I once read. It goes something like, you don't want to surround yourself with just the best people, but the right people. Who's the right person in your life? Ask yourself that and be very, very careful with who you spend most of your time with. You want to build that trust because that is going to be a key in your life. Elon Musk does not spend his entire time or all his time just with, horrible people. He spends a lot of his time with engineers, with innovators, with other entrepreneurs, always trying to better himself. You could argue maybe otherwise, whatever you want to say, but he does spend a lot of time with great people. You can't deny that. Great engineers, great scientists, great entrepreneurs. And that has been a big component to his success, in my opinion. Yes, that's key, guys. So I want to thank you all for listening. Have a great day. Remain calm, cool, and collected. And I'll see you guys very soon on another video. Hopefully, this video kind of gave you guys more insights and it kind of like helped you think about what you're doing with your lives and who you're surrounding yourself with. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in another video and peace out.